It's a beautiful Friday. We got a half day at work, so we got a little energy left in us, so we decided we'd come work on clearing this land some more. The last time we were here, we cleared basically this whole corner here past the rocks all the way up to where the trees are there. I wanted to clear down there towards that stream. I think I'm going to work at that, and then we decided we're just going to take this back a little bit further, a little more towards the street, and then I think we're going to match that on the other side of the driveway. However far towards the street we go, we're just going to come across and then cut that back too. So I just came across a little snake. That was pretty neat. He was pretty pissed, and actually he was coiled back like a viper type snake. He had a very diamond shaped head, and he was striking at me, which was pretty trip. They say there's no rattlesnakes in Maine, and he definitely wasn't, because being from Arizona, I certainly know what a rattlesnake looks like. But pretty neat that there was a little snake and he was behaving the way he was. So I've just been working down towards this stream area. I've cleared quite a bit. These thicker ones I leave for the chainsaw. So through here, I'm pretty sure is a stream. It's marked on the maps for the property lines. It's never ran while we were here, but as you can see, it definitely appears as if water has flowed through here. I'm thinking it's like a snow melt-off kind of stream, and or some type of spring that just kind of pops up there. That's all this snow melt-off coming down the hill in the spring after the snow in the winter. So we'll find out. It's pretty neat though. Figured might as well clear it down here, and if there is a little stream, that'll be pretty awesome. Rachel's starting to get quite the little kindling pile there. Thinking we can rent a mulcher or something and chop all this up. Actually, we met one of the neighbors, which was nice. He stopped by while we were over here and introduced himself. So that was pretty cool, and he said that's what he did when he built. He just got a big mulcher. This stuff will just cut down into firewood, and that's actually just a pile of dry stuff I've been collecting. But as you can see, I got all this area cleared out. So I think once I come across the road and I match that as far as I went there on this side, it'll be like a really decent area where, you know, where we can actually build the house and get an idea of where we want to put what. He was saying going with the 2-story is really the best way to go, because then you get the views. I was saying that actually earlier, that it would be really nice to have a 2-story to be able to see those views, or even potentially just clear some of that land. But then that involves building a 2-story house, so that's a whole other thing. All right, check it out. I finally got a new GoPro. I haven't had a GoPro since, I think my last one was the Hero 4 Silver, and this is the 12 Black with the Creator bundle, I guess it was. So it's got, you know, a windsock and a little LED light, and this little handle acts as a battery and I believe a remote. And then the guy had some extra batteries, and he actually had a bunch of other aftermarket stuff that, you know, you can get these aftermarket kits that just come with all kinds of junk. But yeah, this has like this nice case that you put in, and then you put the sleeve over that, and then that has a cold shoe or whatever for the LED light and such. So I'm going to do my best to start doing time lapses again. I actually really used to enjoy doing them, and I haven't done them in a long time. My other GoPro just stopped turning on one day. It could probably be fixed, but I'm not that computer savvy, so I don't want to plug it into the computer and do all that stuff that they do with that. So if I come across there, we'll have a really large area. See all of this, and then where she's at with the little wood clearing, or the wood processing center, and then where I'm standing, and then all of that space across there. There's actually kind of like a dip there, so that'll all be filled in. We'll have a nice, pretty flat area to work to build the house, garage, etc. I think I'm gonna get that camera set up. I'm gonna start taking down this wood over here and see if we can get a nice, neat little time lapse of the process. I guess we'll see how well this windsock works, because it has been pretty dang windy all day. As you can see, it's falling into fall here in New England, and we've got some colors. Definitely second guessing whether or not we're gonna have a single story, because I'm thinking that second story for sure is gonna have some beautiful views, especially in the fall. So here's our progress so far. I did set that camera up on the rock I'm standing on originally, but I've got it over there now with kind of a side view of the area I'm working on. I've got it thinned out pretty good here. And I think I'm gonna thin it out just a little bit more towards about where the bumper of the car is, maybe move the car forward and then kind of just chop all this down with the chainsaw once I've got it nice and cleared out. Look at this beautiful morning we get to work with here today. I think I'm going to clear a little bit more of these trees out. And then I think I'm going to help Rachel to break down what we've already taken down and probably call it done for now. There's a little bit of this smaller growth that I want to trim back just to kind of make it look cleaner where we actually did clear everything. But this is I think we have 2 or 3 more days. So this is our third to last day here. And we're going to head back to our home in Spain. So we're trying to get this little bit left of clearing and stuff done. That way when we come back in the spring, I guess we'll be able to have a nice clear area to start leveling. I was recommended to pull all the old stumps out before the new materials added, which makes sense because things like that would decompose, and I would imagine that would create like pockets where things are settling. So I think at this point, after we get this stuff done, we'll be stumping, I guess is what they would call it, stumping out the areas we cleared, and then hopefully getting a hold of the guy that's nearby here to excavate the land for us. So let's see what we can do. Let's get a little bit more trimmed down today. Finally figured out how to turn the head on this so that I could use this other tripod, because when I first got it, the camera was facing in the incorrect direction. So I figured that out. And also, when I first used it, I recorded the time lapses in 5.3K and my phone only processes 4K, so I had to use an app to basically lower the resolution. And now that I've got that set in my camera to only record in 4K, I shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, it's a neat little camera. I think it was definitely worth investing in to get these projects recorded. So I just moved this frog from over on the other side where I'm actually about to fell some trees, and he is so well camouflaged that I went to grab the phone and I was having a hard time finding him, but Rachel came over because she's really good at finding things. He's just there. It's pretty cool. I got that camera and I've only had it for such a short time that I forgot to even set it up once I fell all these trees, but it looks nice and clear. I'm going to maybe run the chainsaw a little bit and trim these up. We actually haven't gotten too much done today because the people we stay with came by, our friends that we stay with came by. So that was nice. They came by and checked out our land, and then another friend of mine just stopped by and he just left and he checked out our land, and we talked to the guy who owns the pit over here, and you know, he said he could help us in the spring with leveling the property. So we've been here all day, but we haven't really done anything because, in fact, we've been interacting with people, which has been really nice. So unfortunately, I didn't get the time-lapse fall and all this. I think we're pretty satisfied with what we've cleared for now. Today will just be our last day working out here. I think we're going to focus on cutting down all this stuff, and we found a couple of trees over here. I think we're going to stack in between and move that big pile of twigs over there over. So I always laugh at some of these fail videos, and I'm like, how did that guy not know that tree was going to fall onto his pickup truck? And then I had a tree fell onto my cell phone that I forgot I had left on a rock. And of all the directions the stupid tree could have fell, of course it chose to go in the direction of my phone. But that's okay, because this is a Note 8, and I believe they came out in 2017. So I've had it for 7 years, so she had a pretty good run. It actually functions just fine too though, which is awesome. And I've got that little screen protector on there so no little shards of glass are going in my hand. Here's the end result of all of our hard labor. We came back today. We're leaving tomorrow for our house in Spain, so we came back today to make sure we got everything wrapped up. We got all this wood that was here and over there stacked over here now after we got it all cut up. If you watched from the beginning, quite a difference. You can even see into these parts here. Thanks for coming along and checking out the clearing of our property. We'll be heading back to our house in Spain, so if you're curious of our adventures, stay tuned to our channel. Stay safe and stay sane out there.